Alright, what is up YouTube, MK40 here. We are feeling like absolute fucking death today, but a bunch of new stuff came out, so much like the way that this alien looks is how I feel. So, what's going on in the world of the leaks? I don't know who has free time to just sit here on the official Yu-Gi-Oh website entering in codes, trying to fucking figure out if an image has been uploaded, but somehow, in the magical world, someone figured this shit out. So, here's a bunch of leaks from the OCG side of things. So, Bitlooper, this card's actually probably terrible. 1200. You can only use this card's name effect once per turn. You can send one on level 2 or lower from your hand to the graveyard, especially summon this card from your hand. Alright, so I'm not expecting it to be too good, but it's Cyvers, so there's always a little bit of potential there. Beltlink Wall Dragon is the next one. If you guys are any fan of the actual show, this is the thing that is used on like the 3-part boss duel. But this thing cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by this card's effect. When you link summon a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, place 2 counters on this card. Neither player can link summon a link monster whose link rating is higher than the number of counters at this card. Also, only link monsters can attack. If a link monster is link summoned, remove 2 counters from this card. Once per turn during the standby phase, place 1 counter on this card. So this thing just ramps hell hard. But it gets to come out for free. So, potential good stalling for Link decks, we'll have to see. And I think they're just trying to like make a lot of anti-Link stuff right off the bat. But it's level 6, so we know how that goes. I've already read these 2 cards, but let me tell you about this. This is an attempt to revive spell counters, and we've seen throughout the course of time and space that spell counters are some sort of mystical joke in the trading card game world. But it's a pendulum monster, post-destruction of pendulum mechanic, but you can only use this card's pendulum effect once per turn. So if you do not control another card in your pendulum scale, you can target one face card you control, place a spell counter on it, and destroy this card. And if you do, place 1 spell counter on that card, which is incredibly terrible, but its monster effect, each time a spell card is activated, it gets spell counter. You remove 3 spell counters from anywhere on the field, then tribute this card to summon 1 mystical beast effect monster from your deck, except for this. So they're giving support to mythical beasts, but they're pendulums, so we were never too excited for that. But the other one here, this pendulum effect on Master Cerberus, if you do not control another card in Pendulum Scone, you just destroy it. Search for a mystical beast effect monster. So the archetype does have its own Rhoda, which is pretty good. Each time a spell card is activated, you get 2 counters. 4 more, this guy can't be destroyed. And then you can remove 4 counters, target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish it. If you do, this guy gets attack equal to the original attack. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. But still 2800, level 7. We need to see what other support they're giving us. But the fact that we get a Rhoda right off the bat is usually a pretty good sign. Outside of that, I'm not a super big fan of the Jackal, but improvements will come with time. Considering this is 22 and this is 27, which means there's 23, 24, 25. 4 other good cards to potentially come out of it. Encode Talker was the picture of the boss monster. This thing's actually pretty good. So it's Link 3, 2 or more plus effect Cyvers monsters. So good luck getting Cyvers tokens. But when this card is Link summoned, you can choose any number of unused main monster zones equal to the number of monsters in the extra monster zone. Those main monster zones cannot be used while those monsters remain face up. So if your opponent has something, you have something, you get to blink out 2 zones, which is actually pretty good. And the monsters this card points to gains 500 attack, and they cannot be destroyed by card effects. But if you make this in your main monster zone, I have really bad news, or your extra deck zone, because the arrow will point to your opponent's extra deck zone, which puts you in an incredibly bad position. But the fact that the next boss monster blinks zones is something to be said about this game. We'll have to see. I want to know what kind of situation that they're giving to Cyvers to actually require this. Next up, this one's actually really good. 3 Burst Shot Dragon. Link 3. It's 2+ non-token monsters. Once per turn, when a spell trap card or effect monster is activated during the damage step, you get to negate it. If this card attacks a defense mode monster, it can blank it. And then during a main phase, except during the turn this card was special summon, you get to tribute it, target one link 2 or lower link monster and give it a special summon it, and then special summon level 4 lower dragon. But the fact that this can go back down into another link monster is relatively good. I definitely like the potential that this has. Fire Prison. Ooh. Dragon monsters on the field gain 300 defense. Neither player can attempt to link summon a link monster that has less arrows than the total of those link monsters already on the field. Also, only link monsters can attack. If 2 or more Cyberse link monsters on the field, apply the following effects. When a Cyberse monster effect activates, negate that effect. Cyberse monsters on the field cannot be targeted by attacks or effects. Very interesting card that they gave to dragons. I don't know what they're thinking. This seems like one of those Konami, we're going to attempt to try to hurt decks in very weird ways, but like, dragons are now the natural enemy. I don't get it. It's whatever. Magical Boost, Quick Play. This thing actually has 2 very interesting effects. So, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then target one face-up card on the field. You can place a spell counter on, place 2 spell counters on that card. It's interesting to denote that the card has to be able to have be able to take spell counters. And if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 monster from your deck that you can place spell counters on. If you do place 2 spell counters on it, we were always playing this in Mystical Beast. Seems relatively good to me. Parallel Port Armor, the next trap card we got here. Target 1 link monster you control, equip this card to that card. It cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Also cannot be destroyed by battle. It's pretty good. Banish this card and 2 link monsters from your graveyard. Target 1 link monster you control. It can attack twice during this battle phase. This will be cool for draft if we actually pull a lot of stuff. Magical Burst. You can only use this card's second effect. So each time an opponent's monster effect is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card when that effect resolves. Okay. You can send this card with 6 or more spell counters together. Add 1 spell card from your deck to your hand. My first complaint is 6 spell counters just to get 1 search. But it is a trap card, so you can resolve the search during the opponent's turn, which is pretty adorable, but I don't know how I feel about it. It seems pretty bad. This guy, Ebe, this card is actually really good. This is a Light Fairy, level 1. If this card is sent to the graveyard, and banish up to 2 Light Fairy monsters from your graveyard or field, except this card. For each banish this way, you can add a level 2 or lower Light Fairy monster from your deck to your hand, except for Ebe or whatever. So it's supposed to be Ava, I believe, but the fact that fairies have a searcher now for potential, I like this card a lot. Sanctuary of Parshath. This card's name is always treated as the Sanctuary in the sky while it's on the field or in the graveyard. Fairy monsters gain 300 attack defense. Also, face down spell and trap cards cannot be destroyed or targeted by card effects. What the fuck? That's pretty good. Once per turn, you target 3 different names. You target 3 cards with different names in your graveyard that are counter trap cards and or fairy monsters and place them on the top of your deck in any order. Alright. Reincarnation Parshath. When a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated, you can reveal 1 counter trap card in your hand, discard 1 card, and pay 1,000 life points. Negate that activation if you do. Return that card to the deck, and then you can special summon 1 Parshath monster from your deck or extra deck. That seems relatively good. That's all the new Fairy Light deck support. Interesting that they gave it a scry mechanic, but this is pretty good. And the last good one, Six Samurai's True Shadow, level 4, 500, 2000. This card is normal special summoned. When you normal special summon a Shadow Six Samurai monster, you get to special summon this guy from your hand. Once per turn, you can banish 1 level 4 lower Six Samurai monster from your graveyard. This card's attribute, level, attack, and defense become the same as the banished monster until the end of the turn. That is not denoted as a quick effect, but the fact that you can do that, also the fact that you have another special summon target for the deck is actually pretty good. But it's not the best. But fairies are getting probably the best goddamn support they've ever had, and they're trying to revive spell counters, which I don't think it's going to be particularly the best thing. So guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this new trash. Someone's going to be angry at me for saying it's fucking trash, but like, I mean, you know, you got to admit, like, Reincarnation Parshath and the Field Spell are probably about the best two things we're getting out of this next little Ava here. So we'll have to wait and see. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.